Hello guys, welcome back. This is the second part of here's why PulseChain is going to 1 cent, 217x for now. Part 2. This is going to concentrate on the demand. The supply, the first part of this video that I've done is I concentrate a lot on the total circulating supply. The 89.9% of the OA address. I talk about the liquidity pools. I talk about the circulating supply, the burn. The average daily burn is around 2 billion a day. I talk about how I can compare this to Ethereum and Hex and the X's that they've done. And I tell you right now, on this video, we're going to concentrate on the demand. So let's get into it. I mean, I was going to add a little bit more because it's things that are not even being mentioned in this video that are adding to all this stuff that is suppressing the price so low right now at the moment. The price right now is around a decimal, 4 zeros, 4337. Now, the first thing that is affecting the demand side is the FUD that's happening with Richard Hart and the Securities Exchange Commission. He's going to go to a jury trial November 28th, first case. And these things are making the demand, the wanting to investors to buy this asset down, because not a lot of people want to invest in an asset that's going to go through court and cases and legal problems. And so that's the first one. The second one, if you pay attention to what the Federal Reserve is doing to us Americans by increasing interest rates, they're trying to decrease the demand here in our economy. So if you pay attention to what's happening, I'm just going to give you an explanation. And there's low supply here because we can import goods enough to meet the demand here in America from China, from other parts of the world. Then the only thing that is making the dollar devalue, because things are cost more, is the demand. So they're trying to decrease that way it's level to a 2% standard rate. That's their goal, and that's being hard to do. So they're decreasing the spending. They're trying to make it harder for Americans to go spend because there's not enough supply. So by doing that, who in the world wants to take their little bit of liquidity, instead of buying eggs and bread and milk, they want to buy into PulseChain? No one. The money's not there. The liquidity is not there because it's being incentivized. The liquidity is being hoarded. It's being tightening because people are paying more for home loans. They're paying more for car loans. They're paying more for any type of interest credit card that they may have, and they don't have the incentive to use credit, and so it makes it harder for America to go out there and spend. Same thing is happening in crypto. You see, in our economy, they're trying to lower down the price because things are too high. Well, the dollar is being devalued because there's a lot of money out there, and they're trying to decrease the people from stopping from doing it. So that's another thing that's making it harder for people for retail investors to invest in PulseChain. That's an opportunity for me and you, because the demand is not there because they are quantitative tightening this economy. That way the Americans don't consume, or it's making it harder for them to consume. So they're enforcing like a type of recession in which there's very few people investing in the markets, buying, people they're being very conservative the way they spend their money. They're not spending on every single thing they used to. So that is a very very good opportunity for us, the investors. So with what's happening, Israel and stuff like that, guys, these are things that are making people more fearer to invest in anything. As a matter of fact, they encourage Americans to save their money instead, because we don't know what's going to happen, okay? Big World War III could come into fruition, and who wants to buy PulseChain? The demand is not there for this asset. So this is what is best to buy, because you get yourself in a position in which if people comes back in the markets and everything gets solved, the interest rates, the Richard Hart suit that he's going through, the interest rate, they start cutting them, the war stops. When all that stuff's said and done, the demand will come back into the markets. And guess what? You bought at the very bottom because no one wanted this asset. And that's a huge deal. Another deal that we're talking about here, I mean, I just talked about the trends that are happening. I'm not even talking about how pre-viral this asset is. This asset is not even, it's listed on CoinMarketCap, it's listed on CoinGecko, but if you pay attention, if you go to the market section, there's only like two centralized exchanges offering this asset to retail investors. Like what? Like, come on, guys. Like this, of course they have liquidity pools there and here, but if you think about it, a lot of people are this not even being offered to the average retail investor. I mean, 2 exchanges, centralized exchange on CoinGecko. Give me a break. And the only way to get the hold of this asset is through bridge.pulsechain.com, which is the premier, of course, bridge that they created for PulseChain, in which you can only get a hold of this asset if you go to this bridge and have some Ethereum on your MetaMask on your Ethereum network, and then you bridge over your Ethereum as a wrap Ethereum on the PulseChain side. Now, and then you gotta use a decentralized exchange too to make the swap to get a hold of PulseChain. Look how difficult. A lot of people are not really comfortable being custody of their private keys and connecting to websites, Web3, you know what I mean, and connecting to these sites in which they could interoperate with their wallet, and then you use pulsex.com, in which I gotta make you guys a video on pulsex.com because similar things is happening to this asset as well. Now, pulsex.com is this decentralized premier decentralized exchange for PulseChain. So right here, you grab your wrapped Ethereum on your PulseChain and you convert it to your PLS, and you can also buy any other ERC20 token that you have on the Ethereum side, on the PulseChain side, as PRC20 tokens. And if you were holding that asset before May 13 or April, you may have a duplicated copy already on your PulseChain RPC set, on your PulseChain network. Now, this is the swap that I would use, the DEX that I would use, pulsex.com. I'll be leaving links in the description below like hell, okay, guys? And if you need to use a network, if you need to get a hold of the RPC settings for PulseChain, all you have to do is go to pulsechain.com, and it is right there for you. It's the network name, the RPC URL, the chain ID, current symbol, the block explorer. Everything is there for you, and that's how difficult is to get. And of course you can use PortalXSwap.io, which is another cross-chain swap that you could do, and there's many more, but I think you get more for your bang for your buck if you go through the bridge.pulsechain.com. Now, right now the prices are very low. It's no better entry at this moment, because the people that, when everything settles down in the economy with Richard Hart and the Fed and all that stuff, and they have it, and if they solve the problem, if they solve the case with Richard Hart, soon after it's gonna get listed on centralized exchanges, because Coinbase is gonna feel more comfortable that PulseChain went through trial with Richard Hart, Hex, and PulseX. They're suing all 4 assets. I mean, Richard Hart, the founder, PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. They're suing them. So as soon as all this stuff gets cleared and this is classified as commodity, and Richard Hart could prove that this is a commodity, centralized exchanges will be happy and will feel more free and secure to list this asset on their exchange and offer it to the masses of retail investors out there that are waiting to get a hold of a good asset. If that's the case, then that will increase the price of PulseChain to the stratosphere, because a lot of retail investors are not having to worry that this is a security and could be taken down by the Security Exchange Commission for being an unregistered security. Now, think about that, right? Simulate that. That's an opportunity right now, because when all this stuff is being said and done, the demand will come back into the markets. And by then, the supply will have decreased a lot, like 1 trillion of the coins will be burned if it keeps burning at the rate that it's going. And I'm being very conservative, guys, because the burn could get a little hyped up once demand comes back into the market and start using PulseChain network. More burn will take place. If you think about that, and then once the Fed stop hiking interest rate and start cutting it, that's another factor that will really affect the demand coming back into the markets, and the war, of course, and all that stuff. So guys, take advantage of this asset. I know that it feels very uncomfortable for many new investors to be trying to get into the PulseChain and having to have this asset listed on a centralized exchange where they could trade it without them being the custody of their own private keys. Guys, thank you for watching. Do further research into this asset. There's plenty of links in the description below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like, and PulseChain to the moon. So get ready, guys. Get a hold of the asset while you can. Take care, guys. Peace out.